Ad Astra. Ad Astra? Ad Astra. Ad Astra. Ad Astra. Ad Astra. Ad Astra. What am I doing? What is up, Quick fans, and welcome back to my channel. I just saw the brand new movie Ad Astra, and I need you guys in the comments below. Did you enjoy this film? Were you looking forward to it? And let's talk about it. So, astronaut Roy McBride undertakes a mission across an unforgiving solar system to uncover the truth about his missing father and his doomed expedition that now 30 years later threatens the universe. This movie stars Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones. I could go on, but what's the point? Because these two guys, they have the majority of the screen time, and they're really the only two characters that serve an integral purpose to this story. There are side characters, and they're okay, but this really is a story about a father and a son. You think you have a bad relationship with your dad, your mom, your son or daughter? Well, just take a look at what this movie has to offer. It is a very interesting relationship, one that you learn more about as you go, and of course, this is directed by James Gray. Now, I don't have a love-hate relationship with James Gray's movies, but I haven't loved every single one of them, even though I appreciate what he does from an artistic standpoint. I mean, the guy, he is known for his long takes, his long movies in general, but his artistic, stylistic storytelling that not every director is doing today. And even though I don't love all of his movies, I enjoy the majority of them. I am still a big fan of him pushing limits, doing things that other directors aren't doing, and telling the story that he wants to tell, and he does that here. Now, he has a lot of help. Brad Pitt, it is ridiculous the year that this man is having with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, still one of the best performances I've seen all year, and now Ad Astra. The character exploration in this movie is so ridiculously layered. You learn so much about him with minimal dialogue. Now, there is a voiceover in this film, and usually I'm not the biggest fan of what a voiceover, the purpose that it serves in a movie, especially a movie like this, because what it's doing is it's just kind of feeding exposition to the audience. And that is what this voiceover is doing. Now, I did at times appreciate what it was doing because, you know, this movie, it really is a simple premise on the outside, but when you start to dig into what is actually happening, there are a few plot points here and there that I'm still a bit fuzzy on, and I mean, I'm still thinking about the movie, so that's a testament to the storytelling and how it actually sucked me into the story, but there were a few things that I did not 100% comprehend, understand, and his voiceover did do a good job of kind of filling in the gaps when needed, even though I still think that decision almost took away from the cinematography, from the beautiful shots, the incredible visuals in this film. Max Richter provides the score here, just some incredible compositions. I mean, the music, really. The acting, absolutely. The directing, for sure. The cinematography, we'll talk about here in just a second. But the music in this film, my goodness, one of my favorite scores of the year. It completely sweeps you away. There is a scene at the end between two characters, and the music in the background was just, I'm sitting back in awe at what this man was able to bring to life. And then Hoyt van Hoytema, well-known cinematographer, Dunkirk, Interstellar, normally working with Christopher Nolan. He pairs up with James Gray here, and maybe one of my favorite cinematographers working right now. Like I said, the visuals, the shots, the cinematography in general. I don't think there was one shot that I had an issue with in this story, and it was captivating. I got 2001: A Space Odyssey vibes. Just from the look of the movie alone, let alone the premise, which actually kind of goes along with the idea of someone who begins to peel back his own layers of his mind, and it's an internal look into oneself and how you comprehend the loss of, not necessarily the loss of a person, an individual, but the loss of your humanity, which is what his character is dealing with throughout this entire film, and trying to regain this relationship with his father, trying to salvage what they, or at least what certain characters thought they had at a point. I've already talked about Brad Pitt. Tommy Lee Jones is, well, let's face it, he's Tommy Lee Jones in this movie. He's frustrated, he's grumpy. I don't even know if he knew he was being filmed. He's just Tommy Lee Jones sitting in a corner. He's like, all right, I'll do it. And here's what it's going to come down to with audiences. Some will find this to be a slow-moving, boring movie. And to a point, I understand that because the pacing is lacking at times, and there were moments that weren't completely captivating as much, story-wise, as much as the visuals were, right? Because the look and the audible elements of this film, I do think, outweigh the story a bit. But you have such a captivating performance by Brad Pitt, and the thematic elements, the more I think about this film and what it actually means, the exploration of this relationship, and once again, and I've said it 3 times, the internal struggle of our main character, it is one that I do think outweighs even the sci-fi elements of this movie, and that's why I'm going to look at Ad Astra and say it is a game-changing sci-fi movie in that sense, right? It does take elements of things we've seen before and kind of combine them, but it combines them in such a way that brings this artistic story to life, but it's almost disguised by this blockbuster feel to the entire thing because it, of course, is kind of a grand-scale sci-fi movie where you're getting to look into the stars and see these giant, beautiful CGI things come to life, and I've not really seen anything else like that this year. Ad Astra completely captivated me. It surprised me. It's not the perfectly paced movie. It is a bit slow in parts, but if you're invested in this character and you're locked into Brad Pitt's performance, I think you're going to get just as much out of this as I did, and it is sticking with me, so who knows, maybe with another watch, my score could go up. Right now, I'm going 83% just because there were a few nitpicks that I had, but the more I think about it, the higher my score raises. Definitely going to have to see this one again. I will log my second viewing on Letterboxd. And yeah, guys, this is one of those movies that I really did enjoy. And see it on the biggest screen with the best speakers possible. I saw it in Cinemark XD. It was extravagant. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. So many more things to come today. Some Netflix content dropping. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, my Rambo tier list. Of course, you guys for following me on Patreon. Truly appreciate it. Check out Film Strippers, my podcast, and the Schmoes Know Movie Show podcast feed. Clicking and streaming a brand new show on that platform. All of those things. You guys are the best, and I'll talk to you soon.